The Professor Layton games are games from my childhood, and thus I have played this one more than enough that I can easily finish all 120 puzzles in English. But alas, I'm crazy and I decided that I should try and beat this game in Italian, a language I cannot speak at all. There are a few rules though. I am allowed to look up the answer if I could get the answer by purely guessing, and if it's a story puzzle, that is unskippable. That's it of course. I play the game in Italian, but you already knew that. This is part 3 of this fun little challenge, and this time you don't have to wait a month for the next part of this challenge, you know. Today is the day we actually finally beat this challenge. The next puzzle reminds me of the puzzle with the milk in the cups that we had to separate, and of course this one just goes as well, you know. Yeah, it's different enough that I couldn't fully wrap my brain around it, so this one took me 10 minutes. 10 fucking minutes! And that's actually a lot for a puzzle like this. I thought no puzzle could top me. Well, I guess I was kinda wrong. The next puzzle is definitely easy in comparison. I just had to give each queen a position so they could not hit each other. It does tingle the brain, but this is by far the easiest puzzle in this puzzle series of the queens and stuff. There are harder ones, and I didn't do them because I forgot about them. Yeah. The puzzle after that is a math puzzle, but math is all wrong, so it's one of those puzzles that tries to confuse you. There is a logic surrounding it, and it's mostly an easy solution, but like, you have to get it. So I started guessing, and I guessed it right, and it was about clocks. Why? Why is it always clocks? Come on, game. The next puzzle had me guess again about how much candy a kid got, and since it was just guesswork, it isn't too bad. The next puzzle was just cutting chocolate, and honestly there aren't that many possible solutions, so it just asks us how many cuts it's needed to actually cut the whole chocolate bar into individual pieces. So like, just start counting, I guess. The next one after that is about shapes. Whoa, so I start guessing like a maniac, cause what else do you expect from me? You know, read the question? Nah, it's one of those questions you can just brute force anyways, so no point in trying to understand it. The puzzle that comes after that is also about shapes, with numbers. So guess what I will be needing to calculate? Everything, because that's the only brute force I know. I'm pretty sure they are asking for the area of the red triangle, so that's honestly kinda easy. Just basic math of subtracting the 3 other triangles with the square. It's so easy. The next one is multiple choice. Yeah, easy. And the one after that, easy. In the next one, we get a real puzzle. By its definition, we just gotta repair a vase. Wow, so difficult. There is some story stuff that I don't care about because I can't understand it. And we get an empty map with a red cross randomly placed. That sure will help, yeah. I actually try a puzzle again and get it right this time, because I feel like it's one of those classic Professor Layton puzzles again. And you know, the answer is just right there. And I was right, the answer was just right there. Another multiple choice puzzle, yay. Oh look! Another one. The next one isn't multiple choice, but it also isn't that super difficult. Because, you know, there are only a few options each time you ride with the boat back and forth. Does this count as multiple choice? Yes, it does. We are now inside the sewers, and you know what that means. Puzzle time. This time it is not multiple choice, and I'm not really sure what to do, so I guess. Yeah. If you keep on guessing, you will eventually get the right answer. Words to live by. The next puzzle is a story puzzle and thus unskippable. Great. I will keep on guessing till I get this right. It can't be that difficult. Oh, it really wasn't that difficult, huh? Oh, okay. We finally make it to the abandoned amusement park. Because, yeah, why would a village actually have one? Either way, This one has one. In this puzzle we can't just keep guessing, because simply put there's actually too much going on, so it's time to try and translate this puzzle, because I know I can do that. Yeah, that wasn't too hard. It does help that I have prior knowledge on this game, because I would not have been able to do that otherwise. The next puzzle is a bit weird, but it's definitely not that hard. Nah, never mind, I'm abandoning this one. This one actually looks way too difficult. I actually only need a few more puzzles anyway to make it to the final bit of the game. But because of that, our professor almost gets crushed by the vertical Beyblade. In the next puzzle we have to find an arrow hidden in the different lines. If you know where to look, it's really nothing, and I know where to look, so it's really nothing. The next one is also easy. Oh shit, it's another slider puzzle. Easy. We get some story stuff, but who cares? Because it's finally time to beat this game. What do you mean I have to solve 5 more puzzles before I can reach the end game? That's bullshit. I was convinced I needed 70, not 75. Damn. So I do a few more easy puzzles that I'm actually not gonna explain. You will just see them pop up on the screen while I'm actually just yapping here and telling you that you should subscribe to the channel. Because surely you want to, right? Okay, I understand why you wouldn't. So it's fine. It's totally fine. You don't have to. But if I had a cute cat, maybe you would, right? No? Come on. Maybe a dog then. What? What kind of monster are you? Either way, we finally make our way into the tower and get greeted with more story stuff. I cannot understand it, so I don't care. But we can finally climb it. We start the climb with a sliding puzzle. That's completely fine. Just get the worst part out of the way, you know? It wasn't easy, but I did it finally. That took a bit out of me, man. The next puzzle is a magic square. Yeah, I haven't done one of those in a long time, so this one actually took me quite a bit as well. I'm not exaggerating, I was actually breaking my brain on this one. The next puzzle was even worse. It was a multiple choice puzzle. What the fuck? Why? Why a multiple choice in the end game? That's fine, I guess. But the next puzzle was a slider puzzle. Why? No, why? That one again took really long. Because well, it's a freaking slider puzzle. And honestly my energy was gone by then. The next puzzle requires us to try different combinations with the cards while reading. Yeah, this is where it stops being fun. I couldn't figure it out and there were 120 different solutions. Yeah, I'm looking this up. Because otherwise this video would end in a complete anti-climax. And I don't want that. The next puzzle was luckily just some mathematics and not really anything spectacular. And the puzzle after that, the last puzzle, yeah, there were a lot of different solutions, so I gave up. Yeah, I gave up at that point. I was tired, I couldn't do it, and I looked it up. I know, this is another anti-climax thing, but I really wanted to beat the game at that point. And I'd rather be honest with you. And that's that. That's the game. That's the challenge beaten. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this challenge, I'm not gonna lie. But I was very limited in the end there, and I was not good enough to beat it without looking up the answers for 2 of the puzzles. This is one of the challenges I'm probably never gonna retry. Maybe with the older Professor Layton games, but with this game, I don't see it happening. This game is fantastic though, so you should honestly play it for yourself. In the right language, of course, because a challenge like this is kinda stupid. Especially for a game like this. But that's what I'm here for. Either way, subscribe and like, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.